Hi, this is Susanna Corbett. Thanks for downloading Step Pod and Son.
Hello and welcome to Step Pod and Son, a podcast based at Mews Cottage, 26A, Aldrum Lane, Shepherd's Bush. This is the home of the world's most famous rag and bowmen, or as Harold would say,
Salvage Recovery Operative.
My name's Darren.
And I'm his co-host Si, also known as Two of the Three Comedians podcast that we co-host along with the amazing Tom from One Foot in the Podcast.
We hope you enjoy listening. Please check out the pod on Spotify, Insta, Twitter and all other platforms. Hi, so how you doing, mate?
Yeah, sorry, a bit late, mate.
That's okay.
The offal's just arrived.
Was it young Raymond?
Young Raymond have encountered coupons.
You growing a tash, mate?
No, I've probably just not shaved very well there.
Oh, I was going to say, it looks quite dark. I thought you were growing a moustache.
A moustache, yeah. A Beppe from EastEnders. Remember his little goatee?
Oh, God, remember him, Beppe? God,
We had a teacher at school, and like he grew one. Everyone just used to call him Beppe.
Oh, God, that's going back. I can remember that because a girl I went out with at the time was obsessed with him. She fancied him. I remember 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did my head in. Beppe DeMarco, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah. Beppe DeMarco. Yeah.
Beppe. No, I thought you were doing the what's his name in the Steptoe film, Old Oily.
Oh, Oily, yeah.
He's got like a long handlebar moustache. Not that you look like him, but
no, it's all right. Yeah.
But, no, all good there, mate. How's the?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How about you?
You good yet? First week back for you, or?
Yes, yeah. It's been busy, but just getting back on the treadmill again and all that. So
yeah, sounds good.
Keeps you out of trouble. Yeah. So
yeah, I think I sent you the link, didn't I? So on our YouTube channel now, I've managed to work out how to upload a load of original Steptoe episodes, but they've all been digitally remastered. Is that the word?
Yeah,
nice, they're all in HD.
Yeah.
So this one that we're reviewing tonight, you can actually sort of watch along on our own YouTube channel.
Fantastic, yeah.
So yeah, I think they've all been sort of cleaned up, and I've edited them down a bit because they were, I think they're off a VHS copy.
Right.
They've all been sort of, remastered and upscaled.
That's good. Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, so what are we going to review tonight, mate?
So we're looking at A Star Is Born. So we decided, didn't we, that Series 7 was due a bit of a revisit, because obviously we only did a couple of episodes, or 2 or 3 episodes from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is just an all-time favorite. Do you remember when you first watched this one, mate?
Yeah, I do like. I like this one. Well, we'll go with like all of them, but this one I think is this. You've got it's one of the. I think Series 7 is quite vibrant in it because the colours really.
Yeah.
It's sort of blaring, and there's loads of sort of background stuff going on. The sets, the props, they're quite heavily reliant on props in this one. But yeah, I do, and I like the sort of, I don't know what you call it, but he's sort of acting within acting, Harry.
Yeah, that's it.
Because he's obviously Harry Corbett as Harold, but then he's playing another character that can't act. So he's like, apparently Harry absolutely loved this episode, according to Goldman Simpson. He was saying that it was a chance, especially when he does the Marlon Brando impression.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah, he reveled in that. Which apparently, because he's doing the On the Waterfront, the Charlie. Have you ever seen that film?
I haven't. No, I keep meaning to sort of look it up, based purely on Harold's impression of it. Yeah.
Well, he's apparently he's a boxer. I've seen bits of it, and I've seen that bit. He's a boxer, but his brother's a bit of a gangster, and he convinces him to take a dive. He gets to like a big fight, and he takes a dive for his brother. So it's quite sad. He's quite, and his brother's called Charlie, and I think that's what they named the goldfish after, because he got the goldfish as Charlie.
Yeah, goldfish is Charlie, isn't it? Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, he does the bit where he's in the taxi. I think he's going like, Charlie, I could have been a contender, that sort of thing. But yeah, so no, I do like this episode.
Nice.
I don't know why I thought it was Series 5, but it's not. It's 7, isn't it?
I can't remember the last time I saw it. First time I saw it, sorry. But I do recall. I think I mentioned last episode that this appears on like a great comedy moments video, as well as the Len Rossiter Escape Prisoner episode. So which name has just escaped me once again.
Desperate Hours.
Thank you, Desperate Hours, mate. Yeah, I can't
It's
remember.
one of those that we keep forgetting, isn't
I don't
it?
remember the title of it. I'm mad. Yeah, so the first time I saw it was just the clip of the rehearsal, which we'll get to. It just had me in stitches, and also it stood out because it had Trevor Bannister, known for being served. I sort of only known him in that, and he's playing a very different role in this. Yeah, so yeah, just non-stop funny, but obviously a classic. The old man getting one up on Harold sort of
Again.
story, isn't it? Yeah.
I think we better hit play.
Let's hit play, mate. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that'll be all right. One Victorian oil lamp. 4 swords, got them inside. Assorted cane furniture. Yeah, cleaned up, that'll be all right. Got some more of them somewhere. Yeah, 1 Indian carpet in my bedroom. 1 stuffed Indian tiger. That's going to be difficult. Oh, God, blimey, curry again.
How'd you know?
I could smell you coming up the road.
Well, you like curry.
Yeah, I know I did. We've had it 5 times already, and it's still only Thursday. We even had it for breakfast once. Hey, look at me, I'm going brown.
Good thing this weather, mate. Keeps you warm. Hey, look at that lot. Only 9 and 6. I don't know how he does it.
Well, I do, mate. When did you last see a cat round here?
Don't be disgusting. If you don't eat it, I'll eat it. I'll cook you something else.
No, thank you. I don't want any more of your Jimmy Young cock-ups.
What are you doing with that lot?
If you must know, I'm getting some props together for the next production at the Civic Hall.
Oh, good. Are they on the ear roll again?
It's good publicity. We get the credit in the programme. Costumes and Properties by Steptoe and Son.
Yeah. I don't know why you bother. People don't want to see that rubbish. The last one you brought me to. Richard the 111th.
Richard III, Peter.
Yeah. Terrible.
Shakespeare. Terrible.
Go from.
Yeah, so to the listeners, I've managed to, as I said, get this episode and put it on our Step Pod YouTube channel. So it's just Step Pod and Son, and then this is A Star Is Born.
Yep.
Which is recorded 20th of February 1972, broadcast 28th of February 1973.
Yep.
So you've got the time in the Robert Ross book. Yes, we've got Trevor Bannister as Rupert Fainsmuir. We've got Margaret Nolan as Nemone Wagstaff. I keep wanting to pronounce that as Nemone.
So Margaret Nolan of Goldfinger fame.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, she pops up in Goldfinger. So
I'll have
quite
Goldfinger
a
as
coup
well.
to get her in this.
Yeah, God. I always think of Bottom now.
Yeah.
I'll have Goldfinger as well.
So the setup here is Harold's in the junkyard, but this time he's on the scrounge for what appears to be props. And there's quite a prominent advert for the Amateur Drama Festival at the Civic Hall, Shepherd's Bush.
Amateur Drama Festival, yeah. Have you noticed how the toilet door, like the toilet's moved again, and it
has. Yes.
He's now got Delilah on the toilet door.
Yeah, I spotted that.
Whereas where it was before, you couldn't see the toilet door. It was like away, facing away.
Yeah.
But I like this. Curry for tea.
Yeah. You can smell him coming up the road. Yeah, that's classic Albert gear, isn't it? The bowler hat, the long coat,
the necktie. The fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves. Yeah, fascinating. For a quite a xenophobic man, it's surprising that Albert will eat sort of foreign food, isn't it? It's
Curry. I think he says about how cheap it is, isn't it?
I suppose. Yeah.
But they've had it about 4 nights in a row. I mean,
well, yeah.
It's mad now. The price of takeaways now is bonkers.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's gorgeous. It's don't get me wrong. It's worth every
Oh,
penny.
yeah, I love an Indian, but
You pay a lot for it, don't you? Definitely.
yeah. Do you remember when takeaways were cheap?
Just about, mate. Just about. You get a pizza
Well,
for, £5 or £6, and
Yeah, God.
the days.
But no, for props and that, I'd imagine the junkyard. Because do you remember we were talking to Dan Lowe, doing the Steptoe and Son live?
Yeah.
So I think I asked him where they get the props, or I might have asked Giorgio actually, and they said, places like that really, not so much, rag and bone yards because there's none about now really, but second-hand shops and
Yeah.
I suppose salvage yards and things like that, antique shops.
Yeah. Yeah. This is it, isn't it? So we've got Albert recounting a tale of is it Henry IV? Now is the winter of our discontent till his ump falls off. Or was it Richard III? Richard III.
Richard the 111th, I think he said.
111th. That's it. Yeah, Richard III is from League of Gentlemen, isn't it? In the video shop.
How many killings?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, I love that. That's it. How many killings? That's it. 7. It's called, isn't it?
I love that they brought them back for the reunion ones. And
the tour.
They're trying to sell DVDs, and no one's interested because kids are like, "Oh, we'll stream everything now."
Oh God, yeah.
quite amusing.
I need to rewatch League of Gentlemen.
Yeah, never. But again, not a bad episode of that at all. Fantastic.
No, let's do a rewatch. They'll Royston Vasey.
So yeah, so setup is that Harold is performing, and yeah, he's kind of involved with getting the props as well, isn't it? So he's got a part in it, but also he's going to be going on the stage. So it's classic sort of Harold, isn't it, of sort of getting his foot in the door and helping out as much as he can to sort of make himself known in whatever's tickling his fancy that week.
It is, like you said, it's classic steps because you've got Albert. Harold's just staring, drifted away, sort of dreaming, and Albert's just ripping the piss. He's like,
basically, yeah.
But it's like tragic, isn't it? Like most Steptoe, but it's where Harold says about, you don't need A levels to be an actor, and rep is, just as valuable. I think he says about Sean Connery, doesn't he?
Yeah, it was Dustman, wasn't he? And sort of worked his way up. Yeah,
again, it's Harold and it aspiring to be more than what he is.
Yeah, definitely. I've known several people that have gone on to try for careers in acting, and it is very, cutthroat and so few positions for so many people doing it.
I think you're out of work. Like 90% of actors are just out of work all year, and they really, it's just
essentially, yeah, you're resting.
That's
it.
And I suppose these two are obviously brilliant actors, and I think, like we talked about this with Wilf Bramble, he did so much, he never turned anything down. So he was always acting, but they would have known lean periods, wouldn't they?
That's true.
As actors themselves.
Liam Neeson, he never turns anything down, does he? He's done all sorts of films.
I tell you what, the Naked Gun, the remake one, is good.
I'll watch it. Hopefully, it'll come on Sky Movies before long, and I'll watch it. But no, I do enjoy the originals. So.
Yeah, well, it's a good. I think as close to that as I can get, like now.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't do the same thing because Leslie Nielsen and.
Oh wow, yeah, that's it.
It's just, but yeah, I think Neeson does it justice, and Pam is brilliant in it.
All right, okay.
Pam Anderson, I didn't really think she could act much, but she's good in this.
Oh, nice, interesting.
In Naked Gun, yeah. Oh, there we go. He's doing the. I don't know if you're on
he's just in the midst of his on the waterfront. And again, that's probably there's a like life imitating art or art imitating life here. Of this is almost like a parallel of what's happened to Harry H. Corbett in that he's kind of set out as a straight actor and kind of not made it really, has he? He's not made the sort of transition to the huge roles of Marlon Brando, and people call him the British Marlon Brando. So Harold's got ambitions to be, very big actor, and I think Harry H. Corbett, I'm not saying he wasn't, but you could argue that perhaps he wanted some more diversity, and Steptoe wouldn't allow it really because he got sort of stuck in that role. But
too good, yeah. I mean, we talked about, didn't we, about that dreaded documentary, Curse of Steptoe. And they always come to a clip in this at the end where he says, as a little boy comes up to him, he says, "Are you an actor?" And he saes, "No, I'm a rag and bone man." and he says that's all I'll ever be. And they always cut to that clip, and they sort of make it to be a bit more than it is. But I think
true.
Gotland Tibbs were probably doing this on purpose a bit to sort of, bring out a bit like Dad's Army. They wrote to how the characters were.
Yeah, true.
A bit like that, I think.
True.
But yeah, no, you're right though. I think he's quite brave, isn't it, of to do that. A bit like with Wilf Bramble and any sort of storyline that involves being gay or referring to who's gay. I mean, that's quite brave considering his lifestyle at the time.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But I suppose Harry and Wilf are professional enough to know that this is just a story and it's part of the act, and actually that it's not real life. But you're right. It must have been. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they thought of it. Obviously, we can never ask them, but it'd be interesting. Yeah.
But I think by this point, because it's Series 7, they're just so comfortable, aren't they? They know
even though, Wilf sat there, he's just hunched slightly, isn't he? He's just got that slightly meek face.
He's like the looks he gives Harold as well. It's like sideways looks, and then he pulls a face and
furrow in the brow. And then he can just turn his face in an instant, like sort of into fear or look, nasty nurse barking out laughing. It's And like you say, the colour thing really adds to it. You really get much more depth to what's going on than you did in the black and white episodes. The black and white, I think, really relied on the dialogue for it to work, whereas here, a lot of the pictures telling the story as well and adding to the humour.
Definitely, yeah. He's he's getting the curry out now, I think. Yeah. I haven't seen a beer yet. Is the beer in the background?
I can't see actually. I can see the Union Jack. I can see.
Yeah, well, we've got his busts of different figures. Yeah, grandfather clock. Oh, Harold. Yeah, that's what I mean about the props. He's got like a military uniform, but completely shoots it down. He says, "Yeah, it's a Polish cavalry uniform." And he's supposed to be like set with a mad mullah.
Yeah. Reminds me a little bit of Dad's Army when they're looking at the slides of the uniforms, and Pike says, "Oh, that's very smart." And we don't have any of that talk here.
I was watching that the other night. Yeah, I love it with he will man shoots down any attempt at surely the Germans must shoot down our airplanes. We'll just have none of that sort of talk.
That's all talk.
He just will not accept it. Like Pike goes, "Yeah, what's he say? Are there any nice looking Germans?" He goes, "No,
that's it. Yeah,
eyes too close together."
Yeah.
What did he say?
What's that? What's that bit hanging down there? That bit hanging down.
Yeah, he goes. What does he say? Notice there's no earlobes. That's a well-known criminal trait. Then they all look at Walker. Then
they all look at Walker, don't they? Criminal traits. Yeah.
But yeah,
who just got a great bit here. I do quote this sometimes when I've had like something warm in my mouth. He's basically burning his mouth off, isn't he? From the
curry.
The curry. If I make my debut sounding like Louis Armstrong, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, the outfit Harry comes down in now with the shades on and the pipe and the cravat. Yeah. What's that about? Was that ever fashionable?
I mean, yeah, maybe he's trying to feel at home amongst the acting set. I'll be honest. We don't know because we weren't around in the 70s. There is a stereotypical image of an actor of saying lovey and darling, isn't there, and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that must have come from somewhere. So maybe people did sort of act like this. I mean, I've been in drama groups when I was younger, and no one really acted like this. Everyone was just themselves, and then acted.
Bunch of amateurs.
But yeah, maybe back in the day, that's how people sort of, even when they weren't acting, they were acting. If that makes sense, they were sort of like putting a bit of a front on. But...
Lovey-dovey. Yeah, I think Susanna Corbett mentioned that as well. She said about like the style of acting that Joan Littlewood brought in with the theatre workshop was, she said before that you basically have a lovey-dovey actor would learn their lines and then they go off and play with the aspidistra and wait until they're ready, whereas the method acting is you live the role, and that's how everyone does it now, don't they? Every actor in films, much. They all do that, don't they?
Very much, yeah. three-dimensional
We got the
characters.
levies have just arrived with Trevor Bannister.
Yeah, there he is. I think that must be a wig. I mean, I could be wrong, but that seems very, very, very sort of styled hair, thick glasses. You know, you almost wouldn't know it was him. I guess I think he just about. I might have done the pilot for Are You Being Served by this point, but
What's this, 72?
72, but he'd been in a series called The Dustbin Men, which he was kind of like the star of almost. So yeah, he kind of already been known a little bit, but he's just frantic, isn't it? It's just a manic performance. It's just like 100 miles
he's
an hour.
got like a stutter, and
Yeah,
I know about his bladder.
yeah, that was established, wasn't it, a little bit earlier in conversation between Harold and Albert, that yeah, he basically has incontinence, so he can't act because he has to keep going to the toilet. So
There is a quote from Trevor Bannister about doing the episode. He says that I always regarded this series, Steptoe, as one of the few true situation comedies. Harry and Wilfred were, of course, exceptional in their characterization. The writing of Galton and Simpson was some of the best on TV. It was a very happy show to work on. Harry is a very generous actor to work with. I feel privileged to have been a small part of it. Such quality is sadly missed on TV today. So again, like the adage that they hated each other. I mean,
yeah, no,
this
very
is
much.
7 series in, and Trevor Bannister hasn't picked up on it. So
No. And that's great praise, isn't it, for a fellow comedian, fellow actor to give to a comedy show is, yeah, that's.
And he's not like he says Harry's a generous actor. You don't really hear that much.
No, I think these days people are kind of, yeah, maybe because things are so well directed, the directors are within an inch of their, lives, whereas I think there's probably a bit more room for maneuver back in the day. But
Yeah, I do like this bit. He's got Harold with the sword.
yeah, he's been basically, making the old man behave himself.
Yeah.
So I think the old man had said something like, "If you get caught short, the toilet's in the yard."
Box at the back. Yeah,
Box at the back. That's it.
Yeah. So what do you think of Nemini Wagstaff?
She's not backwards in going forwards in more ways than one.
Is she in the Carry On films?
I believe she is. I think she's in Carry On Girls. Seems to be familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Harold's a fan.
Hope I don't make a ball. I mean, a cock.
Yeah.
Again, his true roots are slipping a bit there, aren't they?
Yeah, he's like trying to act something he's not, but like that pipe is not even lit.
No, no, it's not. It's just a prop, isn't it? So he sat in Harold's sort of captain's chair, I guess you could call it, isn't he? He sat at the bureau, sort of like taking the lead. We only really hear from Lemony and the lady at the end, don't we? The sort of slightly upper class lady, whose face is familiar. And she's probably done other stuff as well.
I did have it written down. Yeah, well, her name was
Lady Celia.
Yeah, she's.
But we're soon about to go into sort of, quote city, aren't we? It's just line after line of just pure gags. It's fantastic.
Oh, there we go. So, yeah, there we go. So we've got Margaret Nolan.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Margaret Nolan is Nemini Wagstaff.
Lemony,
Betty Huntley.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Betty Huntley Wright. She plays Deirdre.
Deirdre, yeah.
Yeah, she's another one. She's a good addition to it because she's quite a stuck-up sort of.
Well, that's it. She's picking
lovey-dovey.
fault with his play because so he's written this,
Yeah,
and he's saying, "I thought you'd read the play, darling." Oh, I have, darling.
well, she says it's a teensy bit out of date for 1972. It's like,
yeah.
but she's missed the point completely there. She-
I think that was the thing at the time, wasn't it? A lot of things were written with historical things were written, but with a meaning for today, it's about Vietnam or something like that.
It's a nod to Vietnam, yeah.
And,
So I should have a look in the background. Is a Teddy Boy outfit in there, that red and black?
gosh, that's what it is, Teddy Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember with what's his name, that performer? Is it Shane?
Shane Ritchie.
Shane? No, a lot older. He's in Heidi High.
Oh, Paul Shane.
Paul Shane, yeah, reminds me of that. Like
that's
something
it.
he'd wear,
Yeah. Hello, campers.
or Freddie Starr would wear something like that.
Ready
wouldn't
Star, yeah.
it? Yeah.
Ted can't hear you. I said Ted can't hear you. Brilliant.
Heidi, Heidi, hi.
You know, when they do the club singer in Shooting Stars, they often refer to Paul Shane because I think there's a clip
Yeah.
from the TV show he does where he's singing.
I sent it to you, I think,
Righteous
didn't I? It's,
Brothers. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
oh, never close your eyes.
that's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
what's it called? Oh, Love and
Righteous
Feeling.
Brothers. That's it.
Yeah, he's singing it, and he's with that younger guy with leather trousers, and he's what's he go, baby,
That's it,
baby.
baby.
Yeah, the pub singer was based on that, wasn't it?
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
The Vic
Pub
Reeves
singer
and
style.
Bob Mortimer. Yeah.
So it's established that they're looking for an older gentleman to play Lord Carruthers, and the old man's just come in saying, "Come and get it," in the sort of very Cockney voice, and that is exactly what Rupert for Fainsmuir is looking for, which is sending Harry around the twist, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, he spotted it straight away, and he knows what Rupert's after, and he's like, "No, I'm cutting this short. Come and get it."
And then he says something like, "That's my dad. He's an ignorant git."
He goes, "He's perfect. There's Carruthers." Like, what was it? He's handing out the cocoa and he in like dirty mugs and.
There's a lovely little aside as well between his teeth. He just says, "Why don't you shut off?" Doesn't want lemon
Seething,
into it.
Harold. Yeah, Albert hasn't got to do anything really, and he's just like binding Harold right up.
He said, when he gets to it, he says he'll do the accent later. We never actually hear him doing the accent. He just plays it as
No.
himself, doesn't he? He's almost just reading the lines out. But
Because his actual accent would probably be like posher,
Yeah,
probably more suitable, wouldn't it?
probably closer to it, isn't it?
Even though he's Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, something like this, old boy. Extraordinary accent.
And again, I know it's a recurring theme, isn't it? But just with no effort at all, like you say, he's just already better than Harold at doing it, and he's had to.
Harold's
do
found
nothing.
something he thinks he can succeed in, and Albert's already better at it.
Yeah, without
he's
even
like,
trying, it's
What did he say?
tragic.
He did it in the First World War or something, and
Okay, yeah,
I think he said he was in like a bit like It Ain't Half Hot, I suppose, like entertainment.
concert party, like the
Yeah.
gang shows type thing. Yeah, I think this is the clip. This is where it comes in on the VHS that I've got. So this is what I remember this bit fantastically well, because it's again, Galton and Simpson must have had some fun writing this, because they're kind of writing a play within a play within a sitcom, aren't they? Really, it's been one.
Yeah. Gosh, she's tall, isn't she, Nemini?
So Harold's very close there, and his high line's slipping a
he's,
bit, isn't it? So
Yeah, he's basically a head in her chest and trying to read his lines. It does make me laugh, the fact that his first 6 lines is just yes,
yeah,
and he hasn't learned them yet. He still has to look at the script to say it.
You got a big part.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he, Albert? Yeah.
Oh yeah, just staring it enough, isn't he? Yeah.
She reminds me of somebody, Nemini. I don't know, like her face. She just, I don't know,
Yeah.
she's got other actors, like relatives, but
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Possibly.
Harold's just lost it now, and he's thrown the script, and he
Yeah.
does like restrained anger really well, doesn't he?
Yeah, again, it's all in the face, isn't it? It's just that sort of built up tension.
Like the pain.
Will he get out of this alive? He won't if you won't turn it in.
Stick to the script.
Just that frantic energy from Rupert for Faines is brilliant. He really adds to this. They could have just gone with a very basic director, couldn't they? And it would have still just about worked. But his interjection
into it.
It's really, and it's an element of Steptoe. Normally when guest characters come in on Steptoe, they're pretty normal, aren't they? Obviously we'll get to Madame Fontana in series 8, but before that, most characters were just like functionary. But he's kind of really got a life of his own, hasn't he? And
well, I'd say the only ones that stand out, you got Frank Thornton. you've got Patricia Routledge, like you said, and
Yeah.
you've got Len Rossiter.
Yeah.
I'd say they're the only ones that hold, they're all the, recurring sort of cast or other actors are brilliant, but I'd say the ones that hold their own up against Harry and Wilf, I'd say those three.
Yeah, completely agree with that.
The good acting and they're still funny.
And now we're getting some great bits from Albert Mizzled. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Go on. Go on. Go on.
No, was it instead of messages he reads it sausages?
Sausages. And there's a great reference here, isn't there, to the Alf Garnett chief?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's supposed to be Afghan chief.
Afghan chief, but again, I like that when you think that in the Steptoe world, Till Death Us Do Part is real.
Yeah,
it's just
weird. Yeah, it's weird that because it's not often a big sitcom refers to another big sitcom.
Not at all.
Do they sit down and watch Till Death Us Do Part?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you could see it, can you?
Afghan chief. Afghan chief.
A string of Peloponnese. Because I don't know what the Afghan has for breakfast.
Yeah, I wonder if they base this on something they'd read or what have you, or it's just completely made up from scratch. But
if you go to most, like Amdram societies and groups, even now, like they do stuff like this, don't they? They pick like, some about the Second World War, Vietnam, and then they sort of try and be clever with it. And
yeah,
he's sort of people that Rupert, like not failed actors, but sort of faded.
I know what you mean.
They didn't quite make
trying
it.
to make a name for themselves in another way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Harold's just gone now. He's lost it.
It's just the look on his face, isn't it? He's just, that's it. He's got him where he wants him. Yeah.
Yeah. You're great, Burke. It's quite a short episode, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like the
done.
setup is about 10 minutes. The actual rehearsal and things about 15 minutes, and then we'll just see a little bit. Now, obviously, that Harold has performed. He's there. He's not been dropped from it. Lemony sort of nudged him out of the way there. That was kind of sort of like a little bit telling.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever noticed that. She bumps him a bit, and she steps forward, and
then Albert just seems to sort of take most of the limelight, and then by the time Harold bows, that's it. The audience is petering out, and
I do feel bad for Nick because it's like rapturous applause for Albert, and then just a bit of a clap for Harold, and he does look different again, doesn't he?
He scrubs up, and again, it's just perhaps not having the makeup, the grimy makeup on,
and the teeth.
Yeah, it again looks more like Wilf, as Wilf probably was. As a real person as opposed to a character.
The next bit as well, I meant to ask you this, you might know, is who's the the reporter guy who comes into Harold's dressing room? Does he ring a bell? I'm sure he's in Dad's Army because you've got Harold now in the dressing room necking Gin, I think it is.
Yes, he. Oh my gosh, he's played an officer in Dad's Army at least, hasn't he?
Sure he has, yeah. I'm sure someone else will know this.
Where have I seen him?
Oh, I tell you, Rising Damp.
That's it, Rising Damp. Yeah,
he's married to
That's it. He's getting married to the bride that Rigsby's
That's it.
That's it. Spot on, mate. Spot on. Yeah.
It's come to me then.
Nice, well done. Yeah.
So I think he's trying to invite Harold next door for a party, isn't he?
But you see, established that Harold's managed to make the same mistake that Albert was making, and like calling it Peloponnese.
Peloponnese, on the live show.
Slip of the tongue, Yeah.
Again, it's so harsh to him. Like he's going past, and you've got Albert, Kutchin,
That's
Nemeth.
it.
They're all laughing at him, having a great time, and poor Harold's left out.
Just horrible. Yeah.
If he could have got he's his son, he could have got him in the, come and have a laugh, this is, so and so, introduce him, and
yeah. But they must have gone on location. This clearly isn't studio, so they've gone on location somewhere for this. Does it say in the book where
No, I couldn't see a lot on it. It really is about a page and a half, but it doesn't say like the filming location because that's an actual theatre, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, very much so. And when he throws the brick in a second, that's clearly a real, well, was a real window.
And we've
he's
got
imagining
stock
the
footage,
audience, isn't he? And then it's like a blank audience,
Yeah, it's a stock
audience.
footage of an actual audience, and then it cuts to the empty crowd.
Yeah, tragic, really. Yeah. But Rupert's vanished, hasn't he? I always think it's interesting. We don't see him again. Yeah, not that it really matters because it's very much about, Harold and Albert again. But he's not there, is he? You'd think he'd be sort of part of the party at the end. But
yeah, unless he was in the toilet because of his
yeah, maybe.
ladder. And then we got the sad bit then when the kid comes up to him. Excuse me, sir, you an actor? He's like,
I'd love to think that's like Golden and Simpsons, one of their sons or something, or
yeah, it could be. Like you say, it's an actual window they put through now.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Gin bottle or something. This.
But Harold gets the ultimate, one up at the end, I suppose, because he smashes the window. I don't get what Wilf's looks about. What's Wilf? Sorry, Wilf. Albert sort of saying there or trying to achieve there, because is he just sort of smug that that's all you can do is throw a brick at me, or?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry, there he is. Rupert is there. I do apologise.
So
I must have missed this. I don't
the
think
bottle must have hit him then, because he's laying down, isn't he?
Gosh, that's the first time I've actually noticed Rupert's there. That's bizarre. I've never seen that before. I think I'd probably cut off by this point, or gone to another episode, or if I was watching it on stream, and it might have already jumped on to the next episode.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Harold's back home, and he reaches for the bottle in the bag, and then realizes he's thrown it. I've never noticed that.
And then the poster's torn at the end as well.
There you go. That's a metaphor.
Yeah. Again, so much going on there, isn't there? In half an hour, it's fantastic. God. So, yeah. No, that is a stellar episode for me.
Again, that's so short. What's that? 27 minutes.
Yeah. But I suppose if it does what it needs to do, tells the story, makes us laugh. That's it, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Any good standout lines for that? I think my favorite line is he's got the sword on Albert, and he goes. He's got it between his legs. He goes, if you step out of line, it'll be curried ghoulies on the menu.
Yeah.
I like the ghoulies. I've been that for years.
Gosh. Yeah, I think we already sort of established quite a lot of the Peloponnese lines and things like that are good. I told you I really enjoyed the gritted teeth. Why don't you shut off?
Why don't you shut off?
I do also, like I say, I love the exchanges between Rupert and the other characters. And I thought you'd read the play, darling. Oh, I have. It's really sort of hammed up, isn't it? Really stereotyped. Yeah.
So I think when she comes in, I like, and take my coat. I think she said like 6 darlings before she got her coat off.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, darling. How are you, darling? Take my coat, darling. Be a dear, darling.
There's also a little great explanation as to why they've had to recast. It's something like, John, who plays Jim in John Loves Jack, or something like that.
Ran off with somebody on the gas.
Ran off with someone. There's now an empty desk at the gas showroom this morning.
Yeah,
just done in such a really funny way, isn't it?
Doesn't Albert say, goes, that's all you're after? He's knocking off the leading lady. And of course, we don't see that one he's on about, do we?
No, that's true.
But,
oh, fantastic.
No, good ep. I enjoy that one. I think that's a good 8.5.
8.5, definitely. Yeah.
Fellini's.
Yeah, like I say, good premise. Even though it's a repeat of the one-upmanship between them, it's done in a fresh way. Really, something they've never gone near the acting thing before. And their supporting characters really just gave it a little bit something else to add to it. And then going on location at the end, sort of not all that common by this point to be going on location for Steptoe. A lot of this Series 7 is studio bound, so it was nice to get outside Aldrum Lane.
And if anyone listening knows what theatre that was filmed at, just let us know on the socials, on Twitter.
It may well still be there. I mean, a lot of those buildings are just preserved, aren't they? Really.
Yeah, let us know.
It's somewhere in Hammersmith or Shepherd's Bush, or maybe it has been redeveloped.
Yeah, they don't knock theatres down, really, do they? Thank God.
No, it tends to be if they list of buildings, that's it. They'll keep them. which makes it
Was
interesting.
the what was the theatre? I saw it was Theatre Royal in London at Haymarket where I saw the Only Fools musical.
Oh yeah,
So that I mean that's a hell of a place. And then where did I go not so long back? The Hippodrome we did.
yeah,
When I saw it again.
nice.
But
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's really good. Like yeah, not far from Will of Abergavenny. That's got a good theatre.
yeah.
But again, they're all like hundreds of years old,
But
which is
I really
good.
enjoyed the one we went to in Sheffield, the Library Theatre. Again, it just
Yeah,
had
that was a good one.
real older sort of feel to it. Even the smell, it sounds bizarre, but just things like that just
I was
give you
going to say about the
the
smell. It's like a certain smell
nostalgia.
in it with theatre.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how to
Musty a
describe
little
it. Yeah.
bit, maybe, slightly old
Mm.
furniture. Yeah, just something about it, isn't there? It's fascinating. I don't go to the theatre anywhere near enough these days. I used to try and go a little bit, a couple of times a year. When I was doing drama and stuff, we'd often go and watch the shows we were going to sort of perform. We'd go and watch other groups perform them.
But did you ever perform a lot, or did you do any
Yeah,
like
I did
plays?
about
Or
4 years.
oh wow,
I say sadly, it wasn't sadly, but we were never in a theatre. We were in a school, which they hired a school, so we used a school stage. So it was never quite as good. We never got, we never got in a theatre. But yeah, I did King and I, South Pacific, Oliver,
Mm.
a few pantos here and there. Yeah, it's just really good fun.
Yeah, do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I would go back to it. It's just time these days.
Yeah,
Just give it really helped me with confidence with, particularly with teaching and things like that, but
yeah.
not being able to sort of talk to people, interact with people.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
No,
not bad at
it
all.
fascinates me acting like that, especially probably why I like Harry Corbett so much because it's a bit like with Anthony Hopkins, they sort of absorb the role and they just
Yeah,
become that role, and then I think it messes their head up a bit. Like I've seen a couple of interviews with actors, and they said they struggle to get out of the character once
yeah,
they've done it. Not just films, like in plays. If you do a play, say for 8 months,
yeah,
6 nights a week, that must have an effect.
easily. Yeah, you can become sick and tired of it. I mean, we
Mm,
only ever did sort of 4 nights, but you'd be rehearsing for, 4 or 5 months, and
mm.
yeah, you would be a
So I
little
saw
sick
that.
of it.
Told you tonight. I know it's not a play, but it was that the Horrible Histories tour. I took my daughter to
Oh,
see
you
in the
did, yeah, that's
theatre,
right.
and they were
Yeah.
doing. We went in for 5 o'clock, and they'd already done one show, so they were doing two shows every afternoon. I
Wow,
remember thinking, oh, if you do like a year tour of that, that's quite grueling, isn't it?
that's quite a
'Cause
lot
it
to
was just
take on
two of
board.
them. It's just the two actors.
That requires a certain amount of patience, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mm. And touring must be like a band, like when a band tours.
Yeah. Must be same for Giorgio and for Dan though as well. I guess they
Mm.
there's a third part, there's three of them, isn't there? But that's
Yeah,
it. And
talent. Yeah.
that
So.
that blew my mind that they were sort of just, three guys.
Mm.
Going back to what you're saying about like getting sick of the part, like it always fascinates me as well that sitcoms, we watch the final edit, I guess, don't we? We watch the final version of that script.
Yeah.
We've established from looking at the scripts and looking at the shooting schedules when we went to the Borthwick Institute of how much rehearsal goes into that. You
Oh,
talk
they're quite
like
rough, quite brutal, isn't it? All
quite
day.
intense week of rehearsals, and I think they used to call it the Acton Hilton, didn't they? It was like a
Mm.
tower block in London that there was like the BBC hired and used, and there was always
Mm.
people rehearsing there. But yeah, we see the final thing, but the actors have gone through that, I don't know,
Yeah,
50, 20,
months.
30 times
Mm.
perhaps to get it absolutely polished.
It's like with Faulty Towers, isn't it? I seen a thing. Apparently, the schedule for that was grueling,
I
and
imagine.
like that Prunella Scales, she's saying about the final week where it'd be recorded. If you didn't
Yeah,
know your lines off by heart by the Tuesday, you were in big trouble.
really,
It's
right.
literally being filmed, the Thursday, Friday. But if you didn't know everything, and I think John Cleese says about people say, "Oh, it must have been amazing fun doing that," and he said, "No," he said it was. I didn't have time to have fun because it was just so much work.
True, very
And
true.
we don't sort of think of it like that, do we? But
No.
I'm sure with Steptoe, I'm sure they had fun. Definitely, with
Yeah.
certain episodes, where they're taking a mick out of each other, or Why Now, PAYE later, where they're
Yeah,
dressed
very
as, as women, and must have been a good laugh.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, like you say, they wouldn't have done it for so long. There was no absolute need for them to keep coming back and doing more and more. They could have gone and done other work. There was other work being offered. So, yeah, I think very much like you say, a happy partnership despite all the stories we hear. That's what I like to think anyway. But
Yeah, definitely. It's like that's with Only Fools. It looked like they enjoyed it, so
yeah,
I think it adds to it then.
easily.
But
It became like a sort of like group, didn't it? By the later
little
series,
family.
particularly, you couldn't really have an episode that didn't have Boise in, or a series that didn't have Boise in, or what have you. It sort of became as big a character as the rest of them.
What about Mickey Pierce?
Yeah, keep this.
Yeah. You listen any new podcasts lately, mate? You started any new ones? Or?
Not no, just running through Chatterbix still. Obviously, they're churning out sort of 2 or 3 a week. So yeah, so
Well,
that's
they're confusing me because I put it on yesterday and I'm listening to it for a while, and I was listening thinking this can't be recent, and it was like Dreadful Audio was they're laughing about it, and it's from 2021.
yeah. So what they're doing is every Friday they put out an old episode because they've gone back and deleted the first sort of 150 or so episodes, I think, something like that. So that new listeners won't have heard them. So when they put these ones out, new listeners are going, "Oh, I've not heard this one before." It's quite clever in a way,
Yeah,
but also a little bit cheeky because they're just sort
yeah,
of passing
but
off the
lazy.
old episodes as new. But I get it. They're catering to lots of different audiences. So the diehard fans who've listened to from the start won't listen to that episode because they've heard it before or happy to listen again. But people who
Yeah.
haven't heard it will enjoy it. But yeah, yeah. So Chatterbix and yeah, I subscribe to one called the Horror Movie Club, which is quite good. Two American chaps just reviewing horror films. Very much up my sort of street. They managed to get. Oh no, I didn't. They do a bit where they read out questions from you, and I sent one in, but they didn't read mine out, so I'll try again
Oh,
next time.
God.
But
Well, I never. Speaking of writing in, like I emailed Chatterbix, and I
Yeah.
did get a thank you for your email.
yeah,
I haven't heard it mentioned, so they must have just glossed over it or edited it out. Or
I don't know, but yeah, I said yeah, maybe.
weird.
I'm
Well,
keep
I didn't think for
listening.
a
I keep
second,
really listening intently, and I wonder
yeah,
if they've either just used to reply to the wrong email, it was below or something, or like you
yeah.
say, they cut it, or they haven't played it yet. They may be that they've recorded so many in advance that it's just not been shown yet. But
Oh, it'd be amazing to get a shout out, but just getting
It'd
an
be
email
great, wouldn't it?
was good enough. I didn't expect that.
Great.
Thank you for your email. It's like a badge of
That's
honor.
it. Nice. So, any new pods for you, Dan?
No, well, I've done. It was Chatterbix. I've been listening to. There's a couple of me and the missus. We've been doing a lot of true crime lately.
Nice.
I did listen to it. It's a bit heavy, but I listened to one about the John Benet Ramsey case in America. The pageant girl that was found dead in the mid-90s.
Okay.
And they sort of theories trying to solve that.
Yeah.
It's not a funny one at all. This, but
No, but
very deep, but
it's still gripping, isn't it? In a
yeah.
different way, very much.
Well, it's still an unsolved crime, Poirot.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just fascinating. We watched it on it's on Netflix, and then I tried
Right.
to find more theories about it because the only thing with Netflix is quite like all the documentaries I watch, they're good, but they tend to pick a theory and they find evidence for that theory, and then
I've
they just go
noticed
for
that.
that.
Yeah, if you watch
They
the
don't
one
look at
about
other watch
no, they don't. If you watch the one about Bin Laden, they the hunt for Bin Laden, they interview one of the Marines who says he killed him, but there's other stories that there were a group of Marines that killed him, not just one Marine. So anyone watching that who hasn't read about it would think, oh, he's the guy that killed Bin Laden. But actually, there's several different stories to that. So I thought that was quite slightly misleading.
But they do because I mean, the first one I watched was Making of a Murderer or Making a
Oh,
Murderer.
okay, yeah. I think Alex watched that. I didn't watch it, but she watched that.
Oh god, yeah, it's a bit of a deep dive that, but So anyway, you think this guy's innocent, and but then you watch loads of other Netflix docs, and they tend to like they're entertaining, and they I think 'cause they're careful not to get sued, but
Yes.
they do pick a theory, and they by God they won't deviate from that theory no matter what the evidence is there. So it's a bit frustrating. I'm skeptical when I watch Netflix documentaries now, but they are well made. They do throw
Yeah,
money at
spare no expense,
documentaries.
don't they? Did you
Yeah.
watch the one about that student? I should know her name, who was accused of killing someone in Italy. What was it, Italy?
No, I've heard of it. Yeah, it's what's it called? But I didn't realize
It was big news about 20 years ago. But anyway, they actually had her on it. So I think she's been to prison, then got released from prison, and they're interviewing her. And you think she could have done it. You know, I think she got released on a technicality.
Yeah.
So she could still be the killer, but she's been on an interview on a Netflix program discussing it and denying it, obviously. But yeah, you think, well, actually, yeah, that could just be.
Well, that's what this the John Benet Ramsey case is.
Okay.
It's the dad. The mum's passed away, but the dad he's getting on now. But it's all from his point of view. And they found the little girl dead. Anyway, the theory is basically either someone in the family did it in that home, or they had an intruder. But it's to do with like a police cock up, and they didn't do the DNA right. But it's all from his point of view. So straight away, you're not getting, a balanced viewpoint.
No.
But like I said, it is interesting. I listened to another podcast about it, and it gives a completely different sort of theory, and you think, oh, that's credible as well. So, but yeah, you've got to have a bit of a open mind with these things.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the market's quite saturated, not in a bad way for crime dramas.
Oh,
isn't
true
there?
crime, especially podcasts. True crime.
Yeah,
is
there's quite a few.
so
But some
much.
are interesting. I have dabbled before and just picked a random one about missing person, and yeah, there's just interesting theories bandied around, isn't there? And yeah,
Definitely. Well, I've been doing that this week, and then as well as work and stuff, I like I said, I managed to work out how to upload a load of the Steptoe videos I've got. The
yes,
episodes. So I put on there, Oh, What a Beautiful Morning, a musical evening, and then this episode that we reviewed, A Star Is Born. So
nice,
yeah, we're on 349 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So
fantastic.
hopefully we
that's
can
great.
bump that up a bit. And
That's
yes,
great.
what do we think for the next one?
I mean, we can go back early. We can do an early one we haven't covered. Series 1, Series 2. There's plenty to pick from there, isn't there, that we haven't? So, yeah, if you maybe want to pick that one, Daz, and let us know, and we'll.
Yeah, I'll go for a
watch that.
random one.
Yeah, just choose what we've got left and just randomize it, I suppose.
Definitely.
Great stuff.
I know we don't do the Skinner's Arms no more. Do you remember that? We're doing the Skinner's
We
Arms.
did the Skinner's Arms,
Yeah.
didn't we? Yeah.
I think it's shut for
yeah, refurbishment. Yeah, someone's thrown a brick through the window.
Yeah.
Disgruntled
Yeah.
semi-pro actor. Yeah.
Oh God. But no. Cheers for listening, guys, and
Yeah, thanks for listening, and yeah,
in touch.
again, do get in touch. Yeah, YouTube, X, or yeah,
Insta.
Insta, email, and yeah, let us know what you think.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers.
Hi, this is Susanna Corbett. Thanks for downloading Step-Pod and Son.
Hello and welcome to Step-Pod and Son, the podcast based at Mews Cottage, 26A, Aldrum Lane, Shepherd's Bush. This is the home of the world's most famous rag and bone men, or as Harold would say,
Salvage recovery operative.
my name's Darren.
And I'm his co-host Si, also known as 2 of the 3 Comedians podcast that we co-host along with the amazing Tom from One Foot in the Podcast.
We hope you enjoy listening. Please check out the pod on Spotify, Insta, Twitter, and all other platforms.